You ought to read it then. It's on the website now. It's a real winner.
All right.
It's not a pot shot. It's like a shotgun blast.
Oh, okay. Us long-time listeners know your stance on that. Know you had nothing to do with that. It was just something that was thrown at you. So what I predict is going to happen here in the year 2000 is that the real truth about Hale-Bopp is going to come out. And I actually think that probably you and the Major might be the ones to be the media or the forum to present that truth.
All right, sir. I appreciate the call. Thank you. We've got to go. We'll be right back. Ramona has made a prediction, which I am recording as prediction number 46. I'll tell you, I'll choke if she wins, if she gets a ding on this one. She is predicting for the Super Bowl coming up, the St. Louis Rams versus, get this, Kansas City. And she predicts Kansas City wins the Super Bowl. Any of you making bets based on her prediction should not address me when they lose their money. They should write email to Ramona Bell at my email address. Actually, don't any of you go out and bet based on the Super Bowl. You know, it's not that I don't like Kansas City, because I do. No, that's not true. I really don't like Kansas City because I have lost more money betting on. You see, we can bet out here, and every time I bet on Kansas City to win, they lose. Every time I bet on them to lose, they've got this great big defensive and offensive front. I mean, those guys are monsters. It's like, anyway, they always foul me up. So I actually had a dream that I'll tell you about that dream later. I was on the Kansas City team. It was incredible. But she is predicting Kansas City to win Super Bowl. Number 46. We'll see. In the meantime, here's a voice you'll recognize. Somebody to wish you a good, happy new year. He is about, 17.5 minutes away from the new millennium, sweeping across the mountain upon which he perches. Richard C. Oakland. Hey, Richard.
Good morning, Art, and good morning, America, and Happy New Year to everyone.
Oh, indeed.
Actually, we extend beyond the confines of the United States, north of the pole, the south, west, and all that stuff. And it's really astonishing because if you sat and watched any of the coverage today on ABC or CNN...
Oh, I did.
It really felt like a planet, Art.
Together.
It really was one, and everybody's saying, we're making such a big deal of a trivial date change. It's arbitrary anyway. If we have time, I want to go into a couple of reasons why apparently it's not arbitrary. But the thing that came across today was everybody the last time I saw an event like this, it was in the control room with 42 screens sitting behind Cronkite, watching Neil and Buzz and those guys land on the moon, because the planet was one doing one thing, thinking one thought.
You're right.
And that other thought today was, we're all diverse, we're all different, but we're really all fundamentally the same. I mean, it was extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary to watch this. And tomorrow morning, for those who missed it, apparently Sam Donaldson on ABC from 8 to 11 Eastern Time is going to have 3 hours of the highlights. The best of the transition today.
Did you see the Eiffel Tower?
Yes, with Barbara sitting in front of it.
It was absolutely astounding.
Yes. Amazing when you consider that thing was supposed to come to the United States originally.
Well, that's true, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And then I really love the New York ball going down and hitting the Discover card sign.
Oh, don't get me started on the New York ball. If you go to our website, Enterprise Mission, or you go through Arts, to me tonight as a guest, you will see a close-up set of images of the Waterford Crystal New York Times Square 2000 Gala Ball. All 6 feet of it. It was composed of nothing but redundant tetrahedrons. And there were 504 of those little and Fox had some really good close-ups. And these things are spinning their little hearts out. And of course, the whole thing is called the Seven-Rayed Star of Hope. Well, as we say in the web piece, which if you go to it, it's the official hyperdimensional New Year new post we have up there at the top. There's no doubt in anybody's mind, there can be no doubt that whoever planned these ceremonies is totally plugged into this whole idea of the hyperdimensional tetrahedral, Sirius celebration, because the star was meant to represent the star Sirius. And if you look at the tarot, anybody who's a tarot expert out there in the audience, go to a pack of tarot cards. You will see that there is a tarot deck which has the star, has a seven-rayed star of hope, and it's called Thoth, Thoth, which was the Egyptian god of wisdom and writing and academics and knowledge and all that, supposed to have built and constructed the Great Pyramid as part of the Egyptian mythos. So, even though we didn't have the crowning of the Great Pyramid with the capstone, Zahi's gold capstone.
Earlier tonight, Richard, I heard an explanation about why they would let them do that, and they said, and I don't believe, that they were afraid they would damage the pyramid. Oh, what a bunch of crap. Now, I was at the pyramid. They weren't going to damage the pyramid, and if they did, they would have fixed it.
Well, but you can't really damage it because there is, as you know, this big iron spike, a tripod up in the center, which goes to the presumed height. It kind of is a lightning rod that sticks up to where the 480-something feet pyramid would come to an apex to a point.
Yes.
And they had planned this thing. I think it was aluminum superstructure, and it was covered with gold foil, and it was going to be lowered by a helicopter with some lasers for positioning, and guys up there would carefully, set it down. So, it's not, no, that was not the reason. The real reason is somehow lost in the labyrinth of this secret stuff that's going on beneath the surface we're not supposed to know about.
Gordon Michael Scallion spent a good part of 3 hours telling us about what's below, and there is a lot below, and it's about to be discovered and or already has been.
Well, it's so extraordinary, and of course I did listen in amongst, doing a bunch of other stuff here tonight to Gordon. The station we normally get comes from Tennessee, TRN satellite.
Oh, yes.
Did not carry it the first 3 hours.
Right. Well,
so I had to pick you up with, the old-fashioned AM radio on KOB here in Albuquerque. It works. There's a big mountain between me and KOB, and I have been replacing all our lamps with fluorescent, just to save energy.
so you have noise.
Well, unless I position the radio just right, stand on one foot, kind of point my head towards the south. Anyway, I was able to hear, and it was extraordinary what Scallion was saying, which comes, as you know, from his visions and his sources. And what we have figured out from the science and the due diligence and the elbow grease, and there's an extraordinary overlay. I was absolutely fascinated. And in the coming weeks and months, as we do these things, as we get ready and post things on the web, people will be able to see a remarkable correlation between some of the things that Scallion was saying tonight and some of the real history that we are unearthing as part of the Enterprise Science Do It by the Numbers research.
All right, listen, Richard, wonderful having you here. The new millennium is about to crash on your head there. Would you like to make a prediction for the year 2000?
A prediction?
Yeah, sure.
Well, given the fact that we can now substantiate that this year is not arbitrary, in other words, everyone thinks that, getting into calendar stuff tonight was much too complicated, but go to the web and take a look at that tetrahedral ball in Times Square.
Right.
We can now document that the actual positioning in time of the 2000-2001 transition was carefully calculated and was part of Pope Gregory's 1582 reformation of the calendar. There is a Russian website, which is linked now to our website. There's a couple of Russian investigators named A.T. Fomenko.
This is a Hoagland prediction, all right.
And G.V. Dostoevsky.
Oh, by the way, continue, Richard.
Well, they believe that there's about 400 years of made-up history that they have discovered that's been kind of called in terms of modern history books looking back at the history of Europe, particularly the history of England.
Figures.
And the question would be, why would you make up 400 years? And they actually believe it was pulled from the Byzantine Empire.
Oh, I know the answer to that.
And
You
they
got to cover up what happened during that 400 years.
Well, among other things, but also to cover up the fact that the calendar was off by something like 400 years. Now, how could a calendar be off? If timekeeping is arbitrary, there's no way it could be off. In other words, at some point you start the clock, and you just keep rolling, right?
Right.
Well, but suppose there is a bigger clock. Suppose there is an absolute clock. Suppose there's a fundamental clock like the atomic clock at Boulder, to use an analogy.
The new one.
New one. And that you have a watch, and you discover somewhere, some week, someday, that your watch is off, let's say, by 4 hours compared to the absolute clock. And you reset your watch to be synchronized. But then you have to make up a story for what happened in those 4 hours.
I see.
Well, that's what the Russians think has gone on. And what's interesting is that we came to the same conclusion from a totally different route last year. We've been quietly looking at this in terms of our good old, computer program Redshift. And we discovered that the clock, the absolute clock, had to do with the positioning of the star Sirius, critical in the Egyptian mythology, on the meridian at Giza at midnight as the century changed.
And so, that I don't break into tears, your prediction is?
The next year, between 2000 and 2001, when the real millennium transitions, all kinds of absolutely extraordinary revelations are going to come falling out of the closet. And they began tonight with this overtly hyperdimensional tetrahedral sphere lowered representing the star Sirius in Times Square to kick it off.
All right, Richard. True, even down to your prediction. You're incredible. Thank you, Richard, and we'll do a show soon, of course.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Take care, my friend. And he is now about as you are in the Mountain Time Zones. Nigh to about 7½ minutes away from the millennium as it continues to flash across our continent. Not just America, but Canada, the Americas generally. It is a very exciting time. Boy, I'll tell you, just nothing but good news so far. Lots of partying, no lights going out, no crashing, no terrorist actions that I can see. Absolutely nothing. I mean, a really good thing is happening. And let us all cross our fingers and see that it continues to happen. On the international line, you're on the air. Hi.
Hi, Art.
Yes.
My name's David. I'm in Osaka right now.
Osaka, Japan.
Yes.
How you doing, David?
I'm doing fine. So far, so good.
Let's see now. It's been the new millennium in Osaka for quite a while.
Quite a while. It's 4 p.m.
4 in the afternoon now.
Yes.
Are you getting any local reports there in Osaka?
No, I have not heard anything. I was just talking to a gentleman that was on his way to Los Angeles, and he's heard of some ATMs going down, but I'm not sure if he meant in the United States or over here.
Well, I can tell you that there in Japan, there were a couple of minor incidents at nuclear plants.
Oh, there were?
Yes, there were. And
Can you be a little more explicit on that?
Well, if I could find it. Nothing serious, nothing that would cause them to shut down, but I think a couple of sensors or something or another due to Y2K quit working, and wait a minute here. See if I can find it. I'm sure you'd be yeah, here it is. Let's see, it says the anticipated first bite from the Y2K bump was barely felt Saturday as computers around the world silently made the transition from 1999 to 2000. Lights stayed on in Asia, and Eastern Russia's nuclear plants ran without a hitch. In Japan, the failure of a computer linked to a nuclear plant monitoring device wasn't considered serious enough to shut the plant down. But they say it's still too early to assess the impact, so there is a little something there in Japan.
Interesting. Well, I'm about to get on the 747 headed for Detroit.
Going to Detroit, huh?
Yes, we came over here. I'm with Band Kansas, and we played on a military base on New Year's Eve.
You're with Band Kansas.
I'm not in the band. I'm the according to the displacement of the engine. In other words, the more it pollutes, the more you pay.
The bigger the engine, the more you pay?
That's right.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I wouldn't enjoy that either. I have an 81 Camaro Z28.
You do? My wife has a Camaro. I've got a Firebird, a Trans Am Firebird.
Oh, what year?
98.
98, yeah. Mine's 81.
The midnight blue or black, almost blue black color. It's really,
Those are nice vehicles.
Oh, they are. But they displace a lot.
Well, I've got to get on this airplane. It leaves in 15 minutes. I've been a long-time listener to your show, and I just read your book, your book you wrote with Whitley Strieber.
You must have bought that before you left.
I bought that in Florida. I was in West Palm Beach visiting family for Christmas. And it's an excellent book, very interesting reading.
Thank you very much. It is, and take care. Yeah, from Japan. All right, well, listen here, everybody in the Mountain Time Zone. You got about 3 minutes, and the new millennium is going to come roaring across the Rockies. That's my wife, and I think she's getting the picture. Let me ensure that she gets into the picture. There you are. All right, we just took one. That's remote. Kansas City, are you kidding? Kansas City. I mean, I could. St. Louis, yes. Kansas City, maybe. But Kansas City prevailing? Good luck, everybody out there following that. All right, folks, we'll be right back. From the high desert to the world, this is Coast to Coast AM, and you know it don't come easy. If you're outside the country and you would like to report how it's going out there, we have a special number for you, and we are asking tonight Canadians to come in on the east or the west of the Rockies line, which you can use, leaving the international line open for great distance. And that number, you call the AT&T operator and have her call 800-893-0903. What's this? I see they're clapping. That's good, I guess. 800-893-0903. West of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hello.
Hey, Art. This is Tyler in Oregon.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How about you?
Just fine.
All right. I'd like to make a prediction that I think World War III is going to break out.
World War III?
Yeah.
When?
And,
during this next year?
Yes, sir.
During this year, I guess I asked. Well, it's not this year here yet. Why do you think that's going to happen?
Well, just how everything's going right now, man. Just look at it. China, that's giving us that, Panama Canal, all that, man.
Well, the Panama Canal, wrenching as it was to give it up, it went smoothly. China is going to have some sort of contract to run it. I don't much like that. I'm a little concerned about Mr. Yeltsin, chucking it in right at the millennium. So, all right, I'll put you down. That's clear. World War III. On the international line, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello, Art.
Hi.
How you doing tonight?
Pretty good. Where are you?
I don't know. I heard it's sort of half the announcement of calling from Saskatchewan. I hope that's far enough.
Well, I was kind of trying to hold the international line open for beyond, but I'll take your call.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm calling from Saskatoon.
Saskatoon.
Yes. There's no problems out there, and everything seems to be going off.
Can you say Saskatoon, Saskatchewan 3 times fast?
Yeah, I can.
Let me hear it.
Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
All right, fine. I couldn't do it. Yeah, you asked that one, but now I've got one you can't do. I bet. It's even easier. And you're going to fall all over yourself. You ready?
Okay.
I want it 3 times fast.
Alrighty.
Unique, New York.
Unique, New York. Unique, New York.
Well, anyway, you got your own country, right?
Excellent.
All right, number 49, if you want to make a prediction.
I sure do.
Okay.
I didn't hear the earlier part of the show because our person up here doesn't carry it. I'm going to say there's going to be a nuclear exchange between Pakistan and India this year.
Yeah, that's possible.
Well, I would say that's probably. In fact, there's so much tension there right now. last little hijacking incident, I would say it's the powder keg waiting to happen.
I got you. I don't like it, but I got you. All right, you're down.
What number was I again?
Number 49.
Excellent.
All right.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for the call, and I would just ask that the Canadians free up the international line so that the Israels and the Japans and the Malaysias and the Australias and so forth can get through. Because there are a lot of you I know to the north in Canada. You can use the other lines, incidentally. International line, you're on the air. Hello.
Art, sorry to call you. I'm calling you from Canada, but if you're keeping an eye on CNN, they just came through with a report out of the Pentagon that they're having some Y2K problems at the Pentagon with their military intelligence system. That just came on the air about 5 minutes ago.
Their military intelligence system?
Correct. And Bernard Shaw, I think that's his name.
Yes, Bernie Shaw.
Who's on the CNN, asked the reporter from the Pentagon, don't you think it's rather odd for this sort of thing to appear? And they couldn't give any response, but I just wanted to phone you to let you know that just happened right now. They didn't specify what was going on, but Bernard did that. It's strange that this is happening tonight. And given last night with our President Yeltsin resigning coincidentally, and now this strange report.
Yeah.
Happy evening.
Thank you. Same to you. For all the people to be having a problem, we expected private sector problems, but good Lord, the Pentagon was the one that you would expect they would have down cold, and it's the first source of a big report of a problem. Well, it may be an interesting evening yet. Why would they report it? Why would the Pentagon report that, do you think? That's the kind of thing you would think they would not report. I sure hope it's not a problem in communication with the new setup they've got going to Russia. They're showing scenes now on CNN of Boise, Idaho, kaboom, kaboom, as the mountain states, the mountain time zone states, celebrate like crazy. East of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Is this our phone?
It is.
Good morning. I'm a long-time listener. I've only called once or twice. How are you today?
Just fine. Where are you?
I'm from Rochester, New York.
Rochester, all right.
Yep. And I just called first to wish you a Happy New Year. I've been listening for a long time.
Thank you.
I appreciate the show.
Okay.
And I have a prediction for you.
It will be rounded number 50.
Okay.
What is it?
The prediction is that during the upcoming year, wars are going to break out in certain Middle East countries, and the United States, like they usually do, is going to try to come in to make peace, but that's just going to cause more problems. There's going to be turmoil around the world. But it probably will all be settled. At least I hope so.
So wars in the Middle East, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate your call, sir, and I hope you're wrong.
I hope so, too.
That wouldn't be something we would want on the Middle East. Heard from Israel a little bit earlier. International line, you're on the air. Hello. Hello there. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, hello there.
Hello, is it Art?
Yes, this is Art. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Melbourne, Australia.
Melbourne, Australia. Well. The new millennium has been in place down in Melbourne for quite a while now.
It is 6:15 in the evening.
6:15 in the evening. All right, well, listen, what kind of reports are you getting locally in Australia? How are things going down there? Is everything smooth?
Everything is Y2OK.
Y2OK. Everything here was Y2OK until a few minutes ago, and we got kind of a worrisome report about the Pentagon. Maybe it's nothing.
I just saw that on CNN.
Oh, you did? You did?
Yeah.
Doesn't it strike you strange? There goes the ball I see on CNN hitting the Discover card again. Doesn't it strike you as strange that the Pentagon would be the one reporting problems?
Oh, it does. Yeah, it seems a little strange, but I think they just said it was some type of communication problem. I think that they said temporary communication.
Yeah, well, what kind of problem? Like, Paris, are you there? Paris,
It could be anything.
Yeah.
It could be anything. But I just wanted to tell you, I've been a big fan. I've been listening via the internet for a couple of months now, and keep up the good work. I just love your show.
All right, my friend, thank you.
Thank you very much. Happy New Year.
Good day, mate. It's Melbourne, Australia, where it's 1:06 at night and well into the new year.
Can't hear you, Boris. Speak up. What did you say is in the air?
First time code of mine. You're on the air. Hello.
Yeah, hi. This is Mitch from Columbus, Ohio.
Hi, Mitch. How you doing?
Good. I just wanted to call and let you know that at 12:02 Eastern Time, we lost power here in the west side of Columbus.
What?
And, it was reported on the news that it was not Y2K Y2K
Related? The whole west side of Columbus, Ohio?
Yes.
And it wasn't Y2K related?
No, they said it was just an equipment problem.
Do you personally believe that?
No.
No?
No, but the power has come back on, so they said whatever
Whatever it was, they either worked around it or whatever. I wonder how many other areas of the country had sort of failures like that.
Yeah, I don't know, but they got it back on. It was on for about an hour, then it went off for a couple minutes, and then they got it back on again. But it's not due to Y2K according to power company.
So they say, huh?
Yeah.
Well, do you want to make a prediction for the year?
Well, I predict that our power will go off again a few more times.
We'll just put down power problems.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the call. Take care. But it's not Y2K related. Yeah, it occurred at 12:02, but it's not Y2K related. Now, here is something that I do wonder. How much are we really hearing about? How much are we really hearing about? Do I imagine that our media might hold back from us? No, not our media. They wouldn't do that, would they? You bet they would. I don't know that they're doing that. I mean, it's been pretty good up until now. But anybody out there who thinks that the Y2K problematic time is over because we've raced around the world without serious problems so far, you're wrong. When the world goes back to work again, we're going to get another little bit of a jolt, and we're going to find out a whole lot more. We'll see. Somebody on CNN with a Hollywood sign. At least it's still lit up for now. West of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hello. Is this Harp? Yes, it is. Extinguish your radio, please. Holding on for that. Wherever it is you are. You should have that radio close so you can do that right away. Okay, hey. All right, where are you?
This is Brother Billy from Seaside, Oregon.
Our power just blinked here. Yes, hi, Brother Billy. How you doing?
Good. I was calling to let you know that everything seems to be okay so far. Of course, we haven't hit midnight yet.
That's right, we haven't. Did you hear the guy from Columbus?
Yes, I did.
Said a whole part of Columbus lost power at 12:02, and they immediately said it's not Y2K related.
Oh, it's just a coincidence. I do have a prediction I want to give you, but first I want to say I would really like to have you bring on a couple of guests. Sir Lawrence Gardner, familiar?
Sir Lawrence Gardner?
Yes.
I should know that name, but I don't.
He's the genealogist, I guess you would say, for the 33 royal families.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
And I would suggest him and David Hudson. Familiar with him?
Okay, all right.
Okay. Anyway, prediction would be that everything being okay, somewhat okay for Y2K, not the big problems that everyone assumed. The economy is going to pretty much soar initially. We're going to see the stock market go up, might even reach 15,000.
And then?
Of course, it has to correct itself.
It goes up.
Must go down.
So, a market rise and then a correction.
Yes.
How much of a correction?
I don't think it'll be as bad as it was in the Depression, but I think you'll see a considerable drop.
Okay, gotcha.
Possibly 15,000 is what it'll go up to.
Well, that would really be something, wouldn't it? 15,000. All right, thank you very much for the call, and we'll be right back.
We get a lot of letters from customers about Prince and PMS. Here's one from Debbie of California.
actually out here just a few more minutes. Actually, and across most of the nation already has occurred. That's data copy. But the concept remains sound. Of course, I am just over the hill from Las Vegas, Nevada, which is probably going to be the next focus as they come out here to the West Coast. They're going to look at Las Vegas. And right now on the Strip, man, I'll bet you it is ripping. And they're going to be showing photographs of that. There's going to be a lot of people on the Strip. That's going to be a wild time. Just over the hill from me. All right, we are taking predictions and doing whatever else. If you're somewhere far away, get hold of the AT&T operator and have her call 800-893-0903. That's 800-893-0903. And we'll take your comments on what's going on. West of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hi.
Hi, this is Anthony in Spokane.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've been listening to Christian radio tonight, and they're either angry or kind of bummed.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I think they wanted their Y2K.
They wanted trouble.
Yeah.
I find that hard to believe. I mean, I guess there are some religious groups that want trouble and will be saddened if this is not. I guess some thought, well, God's coming back, he's going to do it now.
Well, yeah, Y2K means, imminent rapture to a lot of Christians. So, but
I always thought that the Bible said that nobody's going to know the time. And isn't that what Christians really believe, that nobody's going to know when?
Yeah, none of these people were saying that they knew the exact time, but they were looking for signs. It's like encouragement, of imminent deliverance.
In other words, this could have been one of those moments, but it wasn't.
And they actually were hinting that it might be necessary to facilitate it.
Well, that's really sick. That's the kind of stuff the FBI is looking at, and I don't believe that's mainstream Christianity at all. That's
these were just callers.
Yeah, they can all. Well, see, these are whack jobs, absolute whack jobs.
Yeah, and
we've done enough that might go wrong by itself without some idiot bringing it on.
Yeah, they should have screened those calls out personally.
Appreciate the call, sir.
I think we better strap ourselves in and get ready for a very bumpy ride.
I'm going to put that down actually as a prediction.
Well, thank you.
Year of the Dragon. And you think it's going to be a bumpy ride, huh?
Very much so. I feel that this winter and spring, the weather severity is going to cost us plenty. And I also feel that there is going to be a wonderful find that will be uncovered in the Antarctic of an ancient civilization that will tell us a little bit more about our roots.
You probably mean as the Antarctic continues to melt.
That's right.
All of a sudden, one day they'll look out across the ice and there'll be the top of a building, a skyscraper.
I wish, normally the Year of the Dragon can be very fortunate, but I'm feeling more chaotic. I'm feeling people are going to come out and assert themselves, but in a negative, not in a positive way. And so I'm very worried about this year. Nothing is going to be in concrete. It will shift in an instant. One day will be phenomenal, it will be very optimistic, and then you're going to get hit with a thunderbolt.
Right out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. So that's why I'm saying strap yourself in.
Well, I have some of the same feeling, but, as I watched TV earlier tonight, everything was going so smoothly around the world.
Yes.
And to some degree still is. It felt hopeful. But
I want to be optimistic. I think it's wonderful to see the entire world all at once shake hands to the year 2000.
Well, I guess that's going to happen, but maybe it's like where fighters shake hands,
just before you come out sparring. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm really worried about. I'm going to say again, the Year of the Dragon, fire is going to breed, and the 00 snake eyes.
Well, I want to thank you for all you have done for me and my family, Ellen.
Thank you.
And I want you to have a wonderful, magical New Year.
I will, and I wish that to you and your entire audience.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good night. That's Evelyn Paglini, and she is a real McCoy, a witch. And so we're sort of spotting the night with people, as you can tell, that I've got something I want you to hear. Now, this is the Dana Ray Band. Do you remember the Dana Ray Band? They sang a Y2K song. Remember that? Remember the Y2K Dana Ray Band song? Well, the Dana Ray Band has now done, in view of, the way things are going right now, at least most of them, the Dana Ray Band has prepared a special piece for you tonight with a bit of a different slant on things, and here it is.
Why was I so worried about Y2K? Now there's 1,000 cans of tuna fish standing in my way. I'm tripping to the bathroom. It's like walking through a maze. Wish I'd never worried about New Year's Day. It seemed like such a good idea in my mind. Stock up on some food and water while you still have time. You remember that old story? The grasshopper and the ant. They say the future is hard to see. Well, I got news you can't. Was that Sam Hill? Was I thinking? Was I just paranoid? Now I'm hunkered in this bunker, trying to avoid the awful truth that's over, and everything's the same. The jerk that wrote that other song, he's the one I blame. Why was I worried about Y2K? I was betting that the IRS was just gonna go away. I maxed out on my Visa cards, thought I'd never have to pay. Should have had a backup plan for a not-eventful day.
Shouldn't have worried about Y2K. The world's ticking like a time machine. But it's a blown away. Be prepared for the worst. It's really sad to say. The millennium is here, and everything's okay. The world didn't stop on New Year's Day. But wait, there's more.
Sure glad I bought that generator and 100 cans of gas. Paid for it with a rubber check. Now I feel like such an asteroid's my only prayer, Lord. Please send one down. Otherwise, they'll hang my picture up all over town. The media stirred the people up. I hope they're happy now. I quit my job a week ago, and you can call me boss of cow. My fridge is burned out, goose is cooked, I'm screwed in every way. It's true, my world ended. And then on New Year's Day, why was I so worried about Y2K? There's a flaw in my theory. My logic went astray. One chance for adventure, and no dragons left to stay. I wasn't the only year on New Year's Day. I don't know. Why was I so worried about Y2K? The world
after the fact song. Of course, they sang a very different tune, so to speak, during this last year, which we played any number of times, and that is their New Year's Day retraction. West of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hello.
Hi, how you doing, Art?
Okay, sir.
This is Robert, Boulder, Colorado.
Hi, Robert.
And it's a pretty uneventful night down here.
So far, so good, pretty much.
Yeah, I was just watching the guy on the news try the ATM machines, and I think the big news around here is going to be how few people actually went out on New Year's Eve. Whether or not they're just anticipating trouble or they didn't feel like going out or whatever.
Yeah, actually, in spots all across from New York to Las Vegas to the spots where large crowds were going to show, a lot of people showed up, but a lot of people stayed home, and I think you're right about that. A lot of people said, I think I'd rather bring this in at home.
Yeah. And, hey, Art, I never regretted buying some food because one time I decided to try some. The stuff I got was pretty good.
I know. I know.
And I just kept on eating it until it was gone.
Well, that's exactly, you might have gotten a little early here, but that's what I told people. You're never going to go wrong stocking up on food because you can always eat your investment. I mean, big deal.
Especially if you buy the good stuff.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's exactly right.
Oh, yeah, and I got a prediction, I guess.
Number 54 it shall be.
And it's sad, but I think we might see one. And sometime in January, we'll probably see another school shooting. Just the way the trends have been going.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but I bet we're going to see a year of it, too.
Yeah, and I think people sort of stopped talking about it while the Y2K was coming up here, but we'll be hearing about it again shortly, I imagine.
Well, let's hope that the millennium brings some sort of change to us all that stops some of the madness, because it has been madness. It's really madness.
Well, have a happy New Year's, Art.
Yes, sir.
America, too.
You take care, and everybody out there on our international line, you're on the air. Hello.
Hi, Art.
Hello.
I'm calling from Winnipeg. It's Mark.
Winnipeg. All right. Well, we're trying to hold our Canadian count down on the international line just so we can hear from the rest of the world, but okay.
Oh, well, I just wanted to wish you a Happy New Year.
Thank you.
And it's been New Year's here for about an hour and 40 minutes.
And everything goes well?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Obviously, your telephone is working.
Yep.
Your lights are on.
Yep. And I'm watching you live on the internet.
And you're watching me live on the internet. You know what, though? There is something going on. The internet is very, very slow right now. The internet is moving at a snail's pace.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
But I think, it's just because of the amount of traffic.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. All right, well, listen, thank you, and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Take care. I'm trying to hold that line open. For anywhere in Europe, Asia, Africa, wouldn't it be fun to hear from Africa? I wonder if they could get through. Somebody in Africa, give it a try. The number is, you call the AT&T, you get the AT&T operator. It's a free call, no matter where you are in the world. It's 800-893-0903. 800-893-0903. West of the Rockies, you're on the air.
Hi, Art. Lance from St. Paul, Oregon.
Hi, Lance.
Hi, how are you?
Awaiting in about 10.5 minutes the new year, as you are.
10.5 minutes. Okay, I got a prediction for the next millennium.
Okay.
I predict that we're going to see a...
okay, so you've got to turn your radio off or you're going to...
Okay, a UFO going by California.
California, all of California?
Yes, from the south to the north, all the way up to Oregon.
Ooh. Okay, south to north. Got it.
Okay, I want to wish you and your wife a Happy New Year, and good luck with everything else.
Just good luck to us will do.
Okay.
All right, see you later. Good luck to us all. About 9.5 minutes. It's really racing toward me right now. Well, I can say, no matter whatever else happens, I made it to the year 2000. I bet there's a lot of people out there saying that.
you've got to think about it. You've got to sit back and relax a bit and think about it, that there are not many human beings who get to experience the 1,000-year change. I mean, there just aren't. You are a very privileged group. We are all a very privileged group to greet the year 2000. To see it come and go, it's an eventful thing for humanity, for all of us. West of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hi.
Hi. Hello. Who am I calling?
Well, now, with regard to who you're calling, you would know more about that than I would.
Well, no, I was just dialing a number.
You're just dialing a number randomly?
Well, no, I was trying to reach Art Bell.
Well, who do you think you've reached?
Oh, I have no idea.
Guess for me. Take a big guess.
I don't know.
Well, you wanted what kind of pizza? What kind of pizza?
Oh, I don't want any pizza.
No, you did order one anchovies, right?
No anchovies. I can't stand anchovies.
No?
No.
All right. Well, all right. Are you sure you're canceling this order then?
No pizza.
All right. Well, all right. Fine. On the international line, you're on the air. Hello.
Yeah, this is Dave, London, Ontario calling.
Dave, we're trying to hold this line for you.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you about a Y2K glitch.
Oh, really?
Woodstock, Ontario.
Woodstock, Ontario.
I'm in London, Ontario. My cousin just called me a while ago, said the power was all out in Woodstock. It's about a 50,000-60,000 population city.
Really?
Yeah. So that's quite interesting.
When did it go out, did he say?
Well, I just talked to him, and he said it's been out for about 2.5 hours. It's 2:52 time in London, Ontario, Canada here.
Oh, my. So, in other words,
just after midnight sometime.
Have the local authorities said it is not?
I haven't heard. I'm just checking on the local news here, see if I can see anything.
We'll see if they say it is not Y2K related.
Yeah.
That seems to be the general comment tonight on most of the outages so far.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for the call. Well, that would be Woodstock, Ontario, huh? You see, we just had a pretty good glitch here, too. That's interesting. Well, it may be that the grid is doing a little adjusting and so forth. Wildcard line, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Hey, what? I got a prediction for you.
You do? Where are you?
I'm going across Illinois. I'm a truck driver. My name's Todd.
Okay. And what do you predict for the year 2000?
Okay, I predict all the truck drivers are finally going to get together and go on strike.
You really think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's about time they start standing up for themselves again.
All right. Well, are you trying to organize that by saying this, or are you actually just predicting it?
Probably good of both.
What is it that the truck drivers want?
I don't know, quite a bit. I don't know, it seems like they're just everybody's starting to go against us a little bit, and
we love truck drivers. I live out here in the middle of the desert. If it wasn't for truck drivers, I wouldn't have a damn thing out here, even We need you, yes.
Well, I mean, there's, just like there's a few bad truck drivers, there's, you only hear the words of the ones that are...
The only bad truck drivers are the truck drivers that, when there's only 2 lanes, there's 2 trucks, and they go side by side. Those are bad truck drivers. With about 1 million cars behind them, and I know that they're talking on the CB going, You've never done that, have you?
I can't really tell you if I have or not.
Yeah, right. All right, well, good luck with your strike. All right. Thank you very much for the call.
Sure.
Ronnie out on the road. East of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hello. Yes, turn your radio off. Okay, where are you?
I am in Orlando, Florida.
Orlando, yes. Yes.
And we did not get any of the stuff for Night of the Stallion tonight. Are you going to repeat that anytime soon?
Oh, I'm sure we will. And, of course, it'll be available on the net. Do you have a computer?
No.
Well, then you have nothing that's going to fail, do you?
No.
Okay. Well, all I can tell you is I'm sure they will repeat Gordon. They always do. When Gordon speaks, everybody listens.
And we were dying to hear what he had. Maybe you could give us a few...
and just what was it that the Orlando affiliate was doing that was so important?
They were covering Lake Eola's fireworks.
That's all right. We'll get a repeat on for you, all right?
Give us a couple of highlights even tonight. That would be exciting.
Let me think about that.
Okay.
All right. I think I want to play this for Mr. Harrison. The Millennium approaches, folks. It's on the way to the West Coast. Just minutes. About 3 minutes now. And it'll sweep right over the West Coast into the Pacific Ocean, headed toward Hawaii and Alaska.
Happy New Year!
I'm Art Bell. Across the contiguous U.S. states, headed for Hawaii, headed for Alaska, and the Pacific.
AT&T operator, and FM dial 800-893-0903. This is Coast to Coast AM with Art Bell on the Premier Radio Network.
It certainly is, and it is here. The year 2000. Well, we made it here on the West Coast. How about that? Listen, I've got this, I've got two things for you. One is I took a remarkably cool webcam shot right at the moment. There's a lot of zeros in there, I'll tell you. That was pretty close. So, check it out. Check out the photo on my webcam right now. It's kind of cute. I'm going to leave it up there. Yeah, other than that, the streaming video continues, and I might add, I've got this little guy, this little fuzzy animal, and when you squeeze his right hand, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this or not. I'm going to try. You squeeze this little exactly know what he is, millennium creature of some kind, I suppose. Let's see what we can. All right, watch this. Listen to this. It's not going to do it. Not going to do it!
of course, they called off the major celebration there.
Yeah, and I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area originally, and I'm kind of glad I'm not there as well.
San Francisco?
Yeah.
The thing about terrorism is, thank God we haven't had any yet, but it can happen anywhere. You know, the last place that anybody thought that a building would blow up would be in Oklahoma, and that's where it happened. So I don't know, I wouldn't say anywhere is safe.
Well, I was,
And all of us have got to stay on the alert.
yeah, I was commuting on that bridge that collapsed and left town right before that happened back in the big earthquake.
You were commuting. I'm hearing something. What's all that in the background?
Oh, it's our little party, but
I see.
I'm in the other room now. No, when the superstructure collapsed and all those people were trapped in the
Yes, in the
in that
earthquake.
highway,
Yes.
that's where I used to commute to work on a daily basis. Right around that time, I would have been on that highway.
But you got out of there before that occurred.
Yeah, I moved out of town, and I just have a bad feeling now about the Bay Area.
Well, everybody's always nervous about the Bay Area. Everybody's always nervous, and they have reason to be because there's a big fault line there, and every now and then it hiccups. Okay, very good. We have got to get our little sound on there, and then we'll be back underway. Little sound, where are you? That's more like it. All right. West of the Rockies, you are on the air. Hi.
Hi, Art.
Hello.
This is Doug in Burlington, Wyoming.
Hi, Doug. How you doing?
We're pretty good. I would like to make a prediction.
It will be number 57.
Okay. We're listening to you on 3 different stations, by the way.
That's past stereo.
Well, my wife's in one end of the house, a buddy of mine's in the other end of the house, and I've got the radio on in the living room, and I'm here in the back.
I see. All right.
Gordon Michael Scallion hasn't missed over about 94%, if I remember right.
Yeah, he's got a very high rate of hit.
Well, I would say he's going to make about 96 to 98 for next year.
In other words, you agree with what you heard?
Yes, sir. We've been listening to you since the minute you came on. We do my wife and I listen to you every night.
This is going to be my first 8-hour program. I used to do 6-hour programs as a matter of course for about 10 years.
Yes, sir.
But this will be my first 8-hour job.
We wish to the good Lord above that you do 8 hours every night.
You must be a Wiccan.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I work nights. I'm a heavy equipment operator. I work nights, and my wife listens to you whether I'm home or not. And I've listened to you for years.
Well, thank her for me, please.
Well, she's listening on the other radio on the other end of the house. You just did.
What's her first name?
Benny.
Benny. All right. Well,
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And a Happy New Year to you. Well, right now, Hawaii and our Alaskan friends await. I understand that finally it is so cold in some parts of Alaska with ice fog that they're not going to be able to fire off the fireworks. Is that true? Remember, on our international line, if you would like to reach us from somewhere else in the world, simply get hold of the AT&T operator and have her call 800-893-0903. And on the first-time caller line, you're on the air. Hi.
Hi, Art. How are you doing?
All right.
Great. This is Chris from Orlando, Florida, WDBO 580.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, how are you? Okay. Let's see. My prediction is that Ramona will have a spiritual experience this year that will be life-changing, in my opinion. And I love your show, and here's a Y2K update from Central Florida. Closing the train, here in Dairy, which is up and down last night and this afternoon. And we're going and I kind of drove around.
got a report from Santa Fe Railroad, which...
What's going on with Santa Fe?
Well, I'm in Wellington, Kansas. About a half mile from the very main line. Santa Fe Railroad.
Yes, sir.
There hadn't been a train through all night long.
Usually. So in other words, they actually stop traffic.
They shut it in.
Well, that'll prevent a glitch.
Forget a train wreck, if you want. No trains are not going to wreck. Anyhow, most would like to know that as talking to major, they just pull them out.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, a lot of things have actually shut down. A lot of transportation. I know the airlines are operating between 20 and 35% below averages. They've shut down some communication. They've shut down some computer systems and blah, blah, blah. A lot of things are shut down.
Usually, about every 15-20 minutes, we've got a mile-long freight either going east or west through here, blowing their whistles with great vigor.
They do that in the middle of the night and wake your butt up, huh?
It keeps the population constant here. Wellington, I can't understand this. You've got 30,000 people in Pahrump and one traffic light.
Yeah, but I know we've got another coming soon.
We've got 9,000 people in Wellington and probably 6 or 7 traffic lights. Oh, really? Yeah, but the railroad has kept the population stable for years. Like people back then, obviously, so it keeps the population stable.
Well, I don't know what your town socialists are going to do. They just keep buying houses.
At least we made it proof they took 2 of them. Don't forget me. Studies.
But in the Bible, it says nobody will know. So it could as easily be 2,000 as not.
Yeah, but by the same time, it says that if you see clouds coming out of the west, you know there's a storm coming. When the wind blows to the south, you know it's going to be warm. It gives you several things to look at as a sign before the Messiah comes. These signs are not in place yet.
Okay. All right.
That's what I base
no
on.
Messiah in 2000. I got you, sir.
Good to talk to you, Art.
And you. And the trains are not running. Yeah, I think they've done that actually with quite a number of systems that they were concerned about. They simply shut them down. Now, will there be problems over the next few days? Yes, I suspect so. But you have to admit the early going with regard to the millennium has been damn good. I mean, you've got a whole world to worry about out there. And there are going to be some sporadic problems, and we're having a few of them, but nothing too serious yet. West of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hi. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, turn your radio off.
Okay.
Turn it off, please.
All right, boss.
Okay, where are you?
Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh, Anchorage, huh?
Yep.
How cold is it up there?
Probably about 10 below.
10 below.
Yep.
I guess it must be a lot colder in Fairbanks because I'm hearing they had to cancel the fireworks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I heard it is colder. I don't know about the fireworks, though.
Yeah. What can I do for you, sir?
Oh, I had a prediction for the new year.
All right, number 60. What is it?
Are you familiar with the rock group Milli Vanilli?
Oh, Milli Vanilli, yes.
Yes. One of them overdosed or something and he died. And so my prediction will be that aliens will bring him back on the 5th of September next year. And they'll do a reunion tour.
Really?
Yes.
Will it really be Milli Vanilli this time?
I believe it will be, yes.
Well, then...
We'll have an alien-enhanced voice.
Well, goodbye. First time caller line, you're on the air. Hello.
Hi, Art Bell.
Yes.
How are you?
Pretty well, thank you.
And Happy New Year.
And the very same to you.
Thank you. I'm calling from, Tip City, Ohio.
Okay.
And I just had a little funny observation tonight. Nothing happened, of course.
Right.
Everything's cool. The world didn't blow up.
Right.
And I was going to pick up a friend because when the world didn't blow up, we decided to go have a donut and a cup of coffee. It was our big excitement for the night.
Are you in the police force?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. But there were 8 law enforcement officers in a little town called West Carrollton, Ohio.
Yes.
That surrounded one car. And I thought, my God, what did this person do?
What did they do?
Had a flat tire.
The 8 policemen had a flat tire?
Yeah, it was a little bit of an over-response, maybe. I don't know.
Did they change the tire for the person?
No. They all were standing looking at it when we left.
They were supervising.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think they were bored. I really think that they expected more, to be going on in the world, and nothing was going on, so they went, hey, you guys, this guy's got a flat tire. Let's, all go over there. So they did.
Oh, my God, a flat tire. Code 3.
I have a prediction for you, too.
Yes.
On the 186th day of the year 2000,
yes,
I predict that all across the United States, in every state, in every city, in every little town, people will be celebrating with fireworks and picnics and eating hot dogs and
4th of July.
Yeah.
Why do you make me? I'm not going to write that down. That's not a prediction.
Sorry,
that's a sure thing.
Well, yeah, that's the kind of predictions that
you're like
people
the guy.
predict.
You're like the guy who watched Boris Yeltsin resign on CNN and quickly called me last night and said, Boris Yeltsin's going to resign.
Well, I'm sorry. I wanted to go with something that I could, be pretty sure of.
Well, it's a sure bet, all right. Okay.
I wish you and all of yours the best. I enjoy your show so much. You're a breath of fresh air in this world.
Well, I'm here anyway. Thank you. Take care. Wildcard line, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello, Art Bell.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Same to you.
This is Damien calling you from the East.
Damien, the evil one.
All around the world, everyone's having a good time.
Even Damien is having an uptime tonight?
Yeah, well, I was kind of sad for me because...
haven't you pushed anybody down the side? Okay.
But
it'll be number 61 because I blew off 86 on the day.
Oh, my. I was hoping to be number 66.
Of course you were.
But, okay, the prediction is that you, Art, and I are going to meet in person sometime between January 1st and December 31st.
Somewhere during the year.
Yeah. You and I will meet in person. And as we look into each other's eyes.
Yes, as I see your glowing red eyes bearing down on me. It will enhance me for seeing your big red eyes. Yeah. Red eyes.
Red eyes will even better and greater. And at the same time, it will enhance my life too.
safe? I hear my wife laughing. You think anybody can do that? I don't. Money's safe. First time caller line, you're on the air. Yes, yes.
Hi, my name is Jessica. I'm from Southgate, Michigan.
Southgate, Michigan. I'll turn your radio off.
Okay.
That's what you gotta do when you get on the air. Oh, I hear a little one there, too.
Yeah.
That little one that's not too happy.
I heard earlier a phone call from, I believe it was Columbus, and said that the power was out.
They did, yes.
Yeah, well, around 20 after 1 also here in East Point, that you said at Detroit the power was out.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, it was on the news. They said it also didn't have anything to do with
With Y2K, of course it didn't. That's a lot of power failures that have nothing to do with Y2K.
That's what I said.
Well, would they lie to us?
You want to know the truth?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah, they would. You're right. You want to make a prediction?
I don't think so. I think that there's something going to go on eruption within the next 90 days, but I don't know what it's going to be.
Well, probably nothing very good. All right, thanks for the call. Take care. Wildfire line, you're on the air. You really think you could do it?
No.
Well, then...
I would try.
Are you good?
I'm not terribly good, but I'm not bad.
No.
Does that make sense?
Well, I don't know whether it does or not. I mean, how old are you?
I'm 50. Just turned 50.
Well, might be able to do it. All right. What the heck? Here we go. You ready?
Uh-huh.
You miss one, you're out.
Okay.
All right, here we go. You only get a few bars, so you have each one.
Okay.
Here it comes. Got it?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
No, I have no idea.
No idea. All right. Well, others will now have an idea, so they now have probably two, because a lot of other people will have that one. I mean, it wasn't that hard.
The day?
Really? Is that what you think?
I just thought. Yeah.
No, it wasn't even close.
Oh, okay.
Not even close. Let's try it again. If you do too much, it's going to give you the title. In fact, it will. You still don't have it?
No, I sure don't.
You're one of them.
I am.
You are. Now listen.
American woman gonna It's a really great old version, yeah.
Yeah. You shouldn't have missed that one at all.
No, I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take the time.
All right, American woman. Thank you.
Sure, bye.
See you later. See, she didn't even make it past the first one. For goodness sake. East of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hello.
Hey, Art.
Hey.
I've got a pretty good idea of it.
Well, all right. Fine. Here we go. This is going to seem very repetitive, but...
That's American Woman.
Okay, fine.
Good Vibrations.
What is it?
Good Vibrations.
Good Vibrations?
Oh, no, California Girls.
All right, all right. Is that your final answer?
Yeah, California Girls.
All right, that's right. That's right. That's right. All right, here we go again.
Day Tripper.
Day Tripper. The Beatles, you're right. That's your final answer, right?
Yeah. Oh, man.
You're going to be sick.
Yeah, I know. Oh, man.
Don't let that buzzer sound.
All I can say is it was good talking to you. I've been trying to get through for a million years.
Well, now I'm going to really make you sick, because that's the one that I played going into the last, it's called Working My Way Back to You by the Four Seasons. I even named it, and that's the one you blew.
I know. Well, what can I say?
All right, thanks for the call.
All right, bye.
Take care. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, 4. Yeah, 4 of them. So I'm not going to let you have those. I'm going to start at number 5 if somebody else wants to count. On the international line, you're on the air. Hello.
Hi, Art.
Yes.
Yes. I Just wondering if you checked your email yesterday? Or if you did?
If I checked my email when?
Yesterday.
Yeah, sure I did.
Yeah, I sent you an email, the youngest listener.
Yes, I saw your email.
Yeah, what did you think?
I thought it's still there. I mean, I haven't cleared it out yet. It said your youngest listener.
Yes, I started listening when I was 10.
Yes.
Yeah, I got hooked on your program.
And now you are how old?
13.
Do you want to make a prediction? It's your one opportunity.
Okay, what number will it be?
62.
62.
Yep.
That you're going to be in the hospital for a breast near death or something?
That I'm what?
You're going to be in the hospital.
I'm going to be in the hospital.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. I had a dream last night.
Really?
That you were in a hospital bed.
I was sick, huh?
Yeah. Something.
That was a pretty downer prediction. From my youngest listener. All right, well, listen, we'll see.
Okay.
All right, take care. I've had worse. The predictions that I will die, usually that I will be off the air. That's been going on for the better part of 15 years now. First time calling a line, you're on the air. Eventually, nobody, right? You're on the air.
Hi.
Hi. Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Fine.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
I want to make a prediction.
It will be number 63.
Okay.
Following my being in the hospital.
Okay. I hope that doesn't happen. I predict that society will be told about something serious and they will go into mass hysteria.
You mean like E.T. presents, that kind of thing?
I don't know. Just the way I saw people react today to just thinking of Y2K, the way they were in the stores, just was unbelievable.
How were they? Where are you again?
I'm in Bakersfield, California.
Bakersfield. And what were the stores like?
Crazy. People were buying bottled water by the cartfuls. There was no water. They were arguing. They were buying it right down to the individual bottles in the cases.
Really?
And it, like last minute, I just went to do my regular shopping, and I stood in line for maybe 25 minutes just to go through the grocery line. The gas lines were crazy. I couldn't believe it. It was unbelievable. I'd never seen anything like it before.
Well, I know that a lot of people think it's all over now, but it's not.
No.
Not by a long shot.
No.
Actually, until we get into the business day next week, we're not going to know. What we do know now is power didn't go tumbling down, which is a good thing. But there's still going to be a lot of disruption, and it's going to begin next week. Mark my words.
And people should have been prepared already, not wait till the very last day.
You're quite right.
I couldn't believe it. It was scary. I was really scared.
Well, people get a little strange when they get worried.
I guess. I wasn't really worried. I just went to do my regular shopping. I was already prepared.
Yeah, but people can worry you.
Yeah, they did. I was wondering, should I get more water?
I know that's how it works. Do you know that once Johnny Carson said that there was going to be a nationwide shortage of toilet paper, and this is serious. Everybody ran out and bought toilet paper. They thought he was serious, and there did become you couldn't get toilet paper no matter what.
Oh my goodness.
It actually happened.
And the media can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's strange.
Even I could do it. I don't know what I would do it with, but
Well, I know that you can make it rain, so I'm happy with that.
no, I didn't do that.
We did it.
You're right.
Yes.
Did it. All right, dear. Thank you.
Okay. Happy New Year.
Take care. Wild Card Line, you're on the air. Hi.
Yes. Hi, Art. Hello. From Portland. How you doing?
Fine.
Hi. I'd like to take your challenge. I got every one of those songs so far.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm not going to give you the ones that I've already done.
That's okay.
I'm going to start you with the balance of this CD.
Just don't hit me with any from the early 50s. I'm good after 58.
Yeah, you get hit with what you get hit with. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah. I saw her again.
Ooh, you're good. All right. Monday. You're good. You're scaring me here.
Hey, little girl.
Oh, my God. You got it. That's right. It is Little Girl. Listen to this, folks. This is a rare one. I felt sure he'd fall down on this one.
Hey, little girl, you don't have to hide nothing no more.
All right, here we go.
Term and Hermits, 1 second. How high is my loneliness?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah. I don't know. I know it's not the name, though.
It's still My 100.
What's the name? Is that it?
That's it.
I got a prediction for you, too.
All right, it'll be number 64.
I say that this year you're going to become the king of the herb-infused flavored oil pizza sauce empire, and you're going to market and make $1 million. I want to taste it. I was listening the other night.
It is the most Pizza Punch is the most I wouldn't eat pizza without that in a million years. As a matter of fact, my wife has to make more. She can't keep me in this stuff.
Well, I know you won't give the recipe away, but I wish you would, because I'm dying to try it.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll have some made up, and we'll send it out to selected listeners and get their opinion.
Okay, that sounds great. Also, I'm sorry I missed Gordon earlier. I was the guy that called on the West of the Rockies at the end.
Yes.
You know what I wanted to ask him was what he thought would happen if they actually put the capstone on. Why they stopped him. They must have been scared.
Fine, the machine would turn on.
Yeah. What was it that Daniel said? Something about changing the Earth's magnetic field?
You mean Gordon?
No, you remember Daniel, last time he was on, he talked about the
yes, well, a lot of people are talking about that. Oh, yes, that there is a magnetic shift imminent. That there's one that's going to occur. And by the way, what Gordon had to say earlier tonight resonated with what Ed Dames has been saying now for about a year and a half with regard to the sun. It was really close.
Well, everybody's sounding alike. That's what's starting to get scary.
Oh, you know what scared me more than anything else?
What?
You getting all those songs right.
Well, I'm 43, and you shouldn't have got me on that one. I should have known the Herman's Hermits. Hey, you have a happy New Year, Art.
All right, see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Actually, it was Peter and Gordon. Yeah, we ought to do that. We ought to make up some pizza punch and send it out to some people. It's so unique. It's so good. We might try it. It's just something that we have never somehow gotten around to, but maybe we'll do that. It is incredible stuff, folks. Well, yeah, for a while. They'll never get through all this. There's no way. You think they're going to make it through that, for example? Or say that, for example? No way. They're not. No way. West of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hello.
Yeah, this is an update from Anchorage.
Yes, sir.
I guess there was a bomb threat at downtown Anchorage about 30 minutes ago.
There was a bomb threat in Anchorage?
Yep.
Do you know anything about the nature of the threat?
It was at the PAC downtown, Performing Arts Center. I guess they're going to have some bands playing there, and somebody called in a bomb threat, and they evacuated the whole downtown area.
Oh, brother.
All it takes is one person.
Yeah, apparently so. I take it that no bomb has been found. It's just somebody wanted apparently to ruin the night.
Probably. Yeah, they haven't said anything more about it.
Well, I'm sure sorry to hear that.
Yes, me too.
Okay, thank you for the report, sir.
All right, thank you.
Take care. You know, of all the major cities that have gone by without a problem, to have a problem like that in Anchorage is amazing to me. Because Anchorage is a pretty... Well, of course, it's changed since I was there, but it's generally a pretty closed community. Now, what do I mean by closed? Well, not really closed, but I mean close. A close community, or at least it was. Now, I guess Anchorage is now really a big city, and so I guess you can expect it like anywhere else, but I'm sorry to hear that. West of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hi.
Hello, Art.
Hello. Turn your radio down, please.
I'm terribly sorry.
That's all right.
First off, I'd like to say thank you very much for your service to our country.
Sure. Whatever that has been.
Well, it's inspired me anyway. I'd also like to say, Ramona sounds like she's having probably too much fun back there.
She is.
God bless her heart. And the other thing is, my dog is... Now, this sounds funny, but my dog has predicted that Central California is going to have an earthquake.
How did he do that? I mean, was it sort of like a 6-point earthquake?
Well, no, I can't say exactly what point it's going to be, but she just freaks out. She did last night, and she did it again tonight.
Okay, Dawn predicts earthquake. I mean, when? How soon?
Within the next 2 weeks. And I predict you will be the king of the next big chain across the United States. And the other thing is, if you would have rented a cab CD, I probably took it to God, but I really would like to hear the clip.
Well, that would be a giveaway. I mean, you can't run one group and then you get a groupie of that group who just names them right off. There goes my 100. What kind of deal is that?
Well, it's kind of a sure bet.
Yeah, for you.
Art, I want you to have a very Merry New Year.
You too, sir.
Thank you very much.
Take care. On the international line, you're on the air.
Hi, Art.
Hello.
Oh my God, I actually got through.
Yeah, well, let's see. Where are you?
Canada?
Canada. Well, that's why you got through, because we're trying to hold this line open for people elsewhere. But go ahead. Where in Canada?
Oh, sweet. I'm from Calgary.
Calgary. All right.
Yeah, I listen to you like all times when I'm get up in the night.
Okay.
Pretty good show.
Thank you.
I just thought I'd tell you, Art, that down in Vancouver, British Columbia,
Yes.
they had Lou Bega playing.
Yes.
And I just thought I'd tell you he did really terribly.
He did?
Yeah, he was the worst singer ever.
Why?
Well, he I don't know, he was stoned or something.
Oh, well, maybe he was just celebrating the New Year.
Maybe he was. A little early, I guess.
Well, even in Las Vegas right now, some of our television anchors we have observed are weaving around a little bit.
Huh?
You know, you don't get to the year 2000 actually ever.
Yeah.
Right, just once.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, we know we have their names. I weave too, but I'm on radio, so it doesn't count. I gotta go, huh?
Right.
All right, see you later. Anchorage, Fairbanks. Are you sure? I thought there were 2 hours, sir. Just 1 hour? All right. Well, if that's really right, you're about to greet the millennium in Alaska. I thought it was 2 hours. But at this time of year, it may not be. We'll see.
All right, here we go again. Let me read some more of the predictions made in 1998 about 1999 and see how people did. And so we can judge. Not that I'm going to get them all right, but do the best I can. Now, see how fans go to the land of lost. I mean, they just occasionally do that. Maybe I took it out of the room, but I don't recall doing that. So it's gone. My pen is gone. Well, when going gets tough, get a pencil. I've got a pencil, so here we go. Number 46, that the United States would go to war with Russia. Number 47, that I would not be on the air this time next year. Bonk, I'm on the air. Number 48, that I would write another book in 1999. Ding, 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 I sure did. And by the way, it's the coming global superstorm. Fun time. And we're going to be in New York, in Manhattan, at Barnes & Noble, at about 12:30 in the afternoon on the 12th. Whitley Strieber and myself signing this book, and talk about a prophetic book. It's scaring the hell out of me. With what's going on with the weather right now, this book will scare you. It is fiction, it's drama, it's entertaining, and I'm afraid it may be true. It's called The Coming Global Superstorm. You can find it at Amazon.com, where they give you 35% off. Or your local bookstore. Number 49, a huge turmoil, World War III. Bonk, cannot have World War III. 50, a major shift in power.
I'm going to give that a ding, 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 because just prior to the millennium, Boris Yeltsin quit, and that's a major shift in power in Russia. So I give that a ding. Number 51, insurrections in the United States. I'm giving that a bonk. It's been pretty quiet. Number 52, that we would go under martial law. Bonk. No martial law yet. Number 53, Hillary punches Bill on camera. Bonk. If they had said in private, I might have dinged that one. Number 54, Jonathan Reed, alien in the freezer, Dr. Reed exposed as a hoax. Bonk. He certainly has not been. Number 55, that I would get a new cat. Bonk. I have 3 and want no more. Number 56, that a Bigfoot would be caught either dead or alive. Bonk. So, there you have it. Let's see, what else do we have? Number 57, that Art and David Oates would reconcile. Ding, 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 ding. Number 58, that Europe, the euro dollar surpasses the American dollar. I don't think the euro's done that well, has it? It's almost even with the American dollar. I'm going to put a question mark by that one because I'm not really sure of the answer. Number 59, that I would be blamed for Y2K suicides. Well, bonk, I don't think we've had any. And, let's see, number 60, Curtis smokes art. Now, that refers to Curtis Sliwa. Curtis smokes art. Well, he has not smoked me. In fact, I smoked him. Bonk. Number 61, that the NBA would go on strike, and that the whole thing would destroy the National Basketball Association. Bonk, it did not do that. And number 62, that the common cold will be cured. Bonk. So I would have to say so far, we're running at about a 20% success rate, 18 to 20%. Not too good. We've had better years. West of the Rockies, you're on the air.
Yes, sir, Mr. Bell.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm calling from Honolulu.
Well, hello there.
Yes, I've been listening to you for years.
And you got about what, about 43 minutes left or something till?
Yes, sir, just about.
Yeah.
No, usually we live in Kalihi Valley, but we're afraid of all the smoke from. You ever spend New Year's out here?
Do I understand what?
You ever spend New Year's out here?
I have never been there at New Year's. No, I haven't.
Oh, it's like a war zone. Everyone has fireworks.
Really?
Yes, it's like, it's unbelievable. It's like the whole island, Chinatown on New Year's.
Have you been watching the fireworks around the world?
Yes, but this is all individual.
In other words, everybody has their own.
Everyone has their own. That's why we came to Waikiki. So we're in the middle of Waikiki right now because we're going to handle the smoke and all the noise in Kalihi Valley.
Well, I would think Waikiki